Good morning, San Antonio and the surrounding areas. You know who you are in case you forgot.
London, Japan, and Poti.
Look who did her homework this morning, Margaret Sandoval. She is back. It's Margaret Sandoval Monday, everybody. So I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even know why I'm here. She could do this whole show. But matter of fact, do it by yourself.
Bye. Okay,
All
so
right.
Guys, check it out.
I'm back because I spent gas. All right. So,
that was so fast.
I spent gas to get here.
Like,
Guys, we're here at Mi Familia at the Ram as we are every Monday and Wednesday now.
yes,
Monday and Wednesday.
I know.
So we are
How
here
exciting.
and we're going to be showcasing some delicious delights a little later on the show for our money shot, as well as some new summer vibe drinks they have here for the summer at Mi Familia.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, our drink connoisseur is with us this morning, Margaret.
Yours truly.
And
I am ready.
Is ready. We said, who's going to try these drinks? I'm like, I will. I'm like, okay, Margaret. All right.
I was like,
Margaret just
sign me up.
right here. She said, I'm down. So Stick around for that. We're going to, it's a pretty neat, colorful one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to really.
They have 3 featured drinks.
That's right.
I selected one.
Yes.
And it is here, but we'll wait for that.
And it's huge too. So it's going to, well, I don't know if it's
I don't
huge,
think it's huge.
But it's a huge deal this summer.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited to try it.
Speaking of the summer, it felt like it's Saturday. How was your weekend, by the way?
Well, I'll tell
mean,
you how
it was hot.
our weekend was.
Right.
You did a little more things than I did, but I think
I did a little bit. Yes,
Okay.
I did. I don't know. I mean, I had a couple of events that I had to go to. We both were at one. The
I
Salvation
saw you
Army.
guys dressed up real snazzy. Now, keep in mind that I don't see him from Monday till today.
That's right.
So the things he posts and stuff, I'm just following along.
Right.
So I saw you guys dressed up at an event.
Oh, Friday.
Okay.
Yes, Friday
Okay,
we were
and then
at.
and then guess what, guys? He ditched. He left me out
wins
on Saturday.
Wow.
So we were so fortunate, by the way, to participate as judges in the Mike Taylor Salvation Army benefit.
That's right.
That took
Barbecue
place.
cook-off.
Yeah, at the Peacock Center,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there were so many contestants. You judged the beans.
The beans. They had me on beans.
I know. And at first I was like, beans. But then I was like, dude, there's some magic in beans.
They needed the beaner for the beaner.
That's right.
And I tell you right now,
I picked the best beaner.
I am glad. I was really bummed about beans because I eat beans every day. I'm like, I don't want beans. I wanted pork ribs, something I don't get every day, which is what you did. No,
I did brisket. Yeah.
So the brisket was later on the day. I couldn't do it because I had another event at 3. So I didn't make a big deal about beans.
Okay.
But I'm glad I stuck with beans because it was the charo borracho beans that, oh my gosh.
Yeah. How many people did enter this contest?
14 entries. 14 entries. So we had 14 shots of judging beans. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody got under a 5.
Me too.
Nobody got a 10.
Me
but
too.
They got 9s.
Me too.
Okay, now the ones that got 9s, I'm a meat lover guy. So if you put sausage, brisket, steak, bacon, beanie weenies, whatever, I don't care.
So there were some that didn't have any meat?
No, there was some that didn't even have any beans. I mean, they had like everything I named, olives, everything but beans. I'm like, where are the beans? And there was one bean that I tried that I don't know what he was trying to do, but like, is this jam? What is that?
It was sweet.
It was sweet. I'm like,
Well, maybe they were barbecue baked beans instead of like the traditional pinto beans.
Like caramel beans.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was trying to go for, but he got like a 5. I'm like,
you're like, we're Mexican.
Sorry, bro. Because I kind of based it on quinceañera beans and my uncle, he's drunk beans.
Yeah,
you know,
they're all good. Anything in between there is good.
Wedding beans, and my uncle's getting down. He's drunk beans.
Yeah.
So that was the bar. And if you're around there, oh man, this one had like a little bit of a kick.
How about chicharron? Did any of them put chicharron in there?
You know what? I didn't have any chicharron. I had no chicharron, but I did have a brisket, some with sausage, some with brisket. No, I mean not brisket. What's the other thing? sausage, beans, brisket. There was one that had pulled pork.
Let's get to the drink. Go ahead.
Is it there?
Yes.
Oh wow!
He's taking too long. He's taking too long.
It should be like this.
I want to properly introduce it.
It was a great time. I got a chance to see some old friends of mine from the news and
there were so many people
all
there.
These outlets and stuff. I got to see a lot of different people. Saw Rory there, her and Brian. It was cool seeing them. I hadn't seen them in a minute. It was interesting. Ran into a lot of people. That night, that day, and then Valerie and Mario was hanging out with afterwards. We went to go walk around, meet some people, kiss some babies, shake some hands, that kind of stuff. And it was cool. We're taking pictures. They kind of sat us down, and then it was really neat. But let's get to the drink because I want to tell you about what happened afterwards.
Okay.
But I want to hear about yours too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me tell you about my
tell you about your drink.
So I did brisket, which I was super happy about. The only thing is that they spread out our whole team through different categories, which meant we all had different times to arrive, which meant that by the time I got there, everybody was gone. Luckily Rory was there. I got to hang out with Rory and Brian. My friend Victor was there, so I got to chat with Victor. It was great to see him for sure.
I was like, "Where's Margaret?" I was trying to wait as long as I could. I'm out. It was hot.
Because I didn't get a text saying when are you getting there or anything. That was weird.
I knew you were going to be around 3, and I said, "No, she's not coming."
Yeah, it was really. I got there at 2 actually.
I don't know if you got the memo, but I told Vanessa, I said, "Hey, look, you girls, y'all might want to wear the small tops because don't wear anything where's Cleto because it was hot.
It was really hot.
I wore the jersey. Oh, no.
Hats off to all of those cooks out there.
Yeah.
My goodness, to not only battle like the actual task at hand, which was make so much food for so many people to enjoy,
around the pits.
But it's the pits and the heat, and it was intense. So, gosh, congratulations to whoever won. I didn't even see the winners.
I didn't get here. Valerie, who was the people that let us sit at their tent? Hunts of Meat, or what was it called? Yeah, I think it was Hunts of Meat. Anyway, she took a famous picture there. It's at 2.1 views, whatever. And here it is. These nice people were kind enough to let us sit down in the shade under their tent. And I'm like, thank you, Lord.
Well, there was a judge's
that was on the other side.
Oh,
I was already walking around.
And you know what? I didn't know that they were giving out samples to everybody.
Yeah, well, if you had that band.
Well, I didn't know, and so I just sat and waited, and I was.
But you were eating brisket.
Yeah, I know. So the brisket, there were 13 contestants.
Oh wow.
And like same as you, I didn't give anybody under a 5, but what I found was that some people flavored, like they were salty.
Yeah.
So like it was good in that moment, but I couldn't imagine eating a whole serving because it was a little too salty.
Yeah.
So I think in an effort to like really like flavor it, some people kind of overdid it, but there were some that you open that thing and they just look juicy. And there were some you open it and they just look dry.
Right.
But it was a great event. I loved it. I finally got to meet Mike Taylor.
Mike Taylor's the man. He's he's my boy. Shout out to Mike Taylor. Did a fantastic job. The thing is growing every year. I'm very proud of him. Yep. He's doing fantastic. And again, he's always had me every year over there. And I went up to him. He goes, "Man, bro, I'm sweaty," but we gave each other love.
Well, he stayed the whole entire
thing. Oh yeah, he's there from the get go.
Yeah, and probably the setup
and the cool thing is that here you are. People recognize you and they know, hey, oh well, you're Margaret from the Cleto Show, whatever. They know. You know what I got a lot of when I was walking around, and I was like,
you're Margaret's co-host.
Yeah. No, I did. No, seriously, I got, hey, where are the girls? I thought that was the coolest thing.
That's awesome.
I got, where are the girls? I got, is this your wife? And that was Valerie. And I go, no. We see her on Facebook.
Oh yeah, Lynette didn't go.
She was dropping my son Samuel at a gig. And then Marty, I don't know. Marty was there 1 minute and then she was gone. I'm like, where'd she go? She took off hot.
Yeah, it was hot.
So, I thought it was really cool that a lot of of course, they're all guys. Where are the girls?
Aww.
I go, well, Margaret's coming later. Vanessa had a family thing. Had to go through the whole spiel, but it was really cool.
So I'm going to introduce the drink of choice today. So there are 3 summer drinks here. The one that I've chosen is the middle one, the blue one. So
very nice.
It is called Blue Oasis Margarita. It has coconut, blue Caraco, or am I going to say that? Blue Caraco, fresh lime, cocoa puree, and
that sounds
agave.
good. So if you were having a hot kind of day,
this would have been so incredible out there.
Because I'll tell you right now,
I would have sucked these up and they're all messed up. Because of the sheer heat.
There was like, the only thing about this cook-off that I didn't care too much was that they had, I didn't have no sodas or drinks. Oh, I found out they had them inside.
They had water.
They had them in the gym that I didn't know about.
Oh.
I didn't know about that.
You didn't have any water?
Oh, I had water. Believe me, I drank like 2 waters. I had 2 waters. 1 water when I got there, and then 3 water. Is it pretty good? What does it taste like?
It tastes great. You want to try it?
Here, let me.
Yeah.
I'll just take here. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
My wife's like, hey.
No, it took a long time to get.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It's good. This is so good.
Is this a margarita?
Mm-hmm.
Margaret and the margarita.
I'll tell you what. I was
Margaret.
No, you know what's funny? We were at the table judging the brisket, and I was like, I was silent because I didn't want to. Because let me tell you something. One of them was so good. The guy next to me was like, I'm like, hey, dude, your sound effects are making me increase my score. That's not fair. Like, hush down over there.
That's funny.
Because it does. It affect, like, it makes you think like, oh yeah, that was really good.
The girl next
so I gave that one an 8. I was going to give it an 8, but I gave it a 9 because of him.
See, and the girl next to me was looking at the guy that was taking this, and he was the same way. He'd be like, oh yeah, and like she goes, I'm looking at him, and I'm good judging by what he thinks.
Right. So I respectfully, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep my sound effects to myself.
Sure.
So I'm like, and then all of a sudden the girls are at the corner. They're like, we're watching your face before, because I got the meat first, so they're like, we're watching your face to see how we're gonna like it. And
I love
like,
it. You know, the funny part is that Margaret, they got her on camera. She took a bite. She's like, oh. Mm.
Yeah, did you see
and
that?
And then she got the napkin. Oh.
You saw that? Did you
really see
that?
Like,
did you? No, you're lying. You wasn't even there. You're such a liar. Like,
I had some beans. I had the jam beans, whatever, the sweet beans. I was like, what the
jam beans?
I'm over there eating these beans. I'm like, wow. Okay. Anybody have any toast? For my jam? I'm like, good night.
Yeah.
Anywho,
it was a great time.
It was fun seeing a lot of different people. I haven't seen a lot in a long time, and there was some that I ran into that I hadn't seen in forever, and it was kind of odd, just at times, because I was like, okay, I've already tried everything now, and then I said, my wife goes, "Are you ready?" I've been ready. I'm melting out here.
I honestly felt like I left Hot Works when I got home.
Oh yeah,
I was so hot.
I was sweating, and I had to go to another gig. I had to go to the car show.
Oh, I saw. Was it down the street?
It was down the street. It was over there. It was actually over there by Vance Jackson. My wife, she picked me up, and she had a Bill Miller's tea. God bless her heart.
I love that.
I had a Bill Miller's tea, ice cold, and I drank that sucker. Like it was like I was a refugee coming out.
Kind of like this.
It was like for real.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do roll call.
Let's do some roll call before we go to break. Are we doing a 15-minute break?
Yeah, let's do a break after.
Okay. Roll call real quick. Michael Flores says, I need to get me one of those jerseys. Yes, you do. He doesn't have a jersey.
We got it. Well, the jerseys are for the talent. And yeah, that's the reason why.
Oh, mine didn't have my name.
I think with Mike we can make it.
He needs one. Yeah, he deserves.
Mike, we got it.
Marty
hey,
says,
I'll get you a jersey. You wear that on your marathon race. No, I'm just kidding.
Too hot.
That's too hot.
Get him a tank, and he can wear that or something.
There you go.
Can get him
there you go.
Okay. Good morning. Marty says, good morning, all, and welcome everyone joining us on Facebook and on YouTube. Good morning.
Thank you, everybody.
Stay tuned because we have a VIP guest coming up.
We have a special guest. I mean, I really like this guest a lot.
I have been absolutely thrilled about this since I knew and I confirmed.
Because you weren't there the last time.
No, I wasn't. So I'm very, very excited.
I don't. Is she here yet?
Yeah, she's here. She's here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Michael Flores says, I'm I'm making my mother-in-law a brisket for her. No me quemo.
No me
Party.
digas.
No me quemo party.
Oh.
Chemo? Chemo?
Chemo?
Chemo?
No more chemo.
No.
No more chemo. It's not Oriental. It's not Asian. It's no more chemo.
Dude, there's typos. There's typos. It says, oh, no more chemo.
No more chemo. No.
I'm sorry, Michael. She's Gabby. I didn't know that. I'm so sorry to hear, but yes, and we'll be there if you invite us.
Oh.
Stephanie Chavez says, "Yum, yeah."
Stephanie Chavez. Stephanie Chavez.
Come on out.
Stephanie and her husband Joe are awesome. They came last Wednesday to the AD Snipe show. Sat right over there.
Lovely.
They came to support. Matter of fact, I need to talk to her about her hooking up with her and some of her channels that she has. So I need to talk to her about that. I need to revisit that.
Yeah. So give us a call. Okay, give us a call. Cinco Linares says.
Cisco.
Sorry. I knew I was going to mess it up.
Cisco Linares.
Guys,
are you right?
I need my glasses and I had a drink.
You need to put that drink down is what it is.
That's probably
the
more.
drink has got it all. Hey, a margarita, Margaret.
Good morning. I'm sorry, Cisco. Good morning. Good morning, Margaret. And great morning to Grandpa Cleto. Oh, that's right. You're a grandpa?
Grandpa Cleto.
Yeah. Are you a grandpa?
No.
You're not. I thought you are.
Grandpa,
we talked about a baby.
I am a grandpa. My babies. What's in that drink? Man, she's like, how you doing, everybody? How you doing? Margaret.
I slept so good last night. I woke up so refreshed that I was like flying high today. And
I know. You got here. You were like,
I know. I'm bumping all over the
Adderall.
Okay, yeah, and the Adderall is kicking in. Okay, sorry. Valerie Ramos says, good morning, Valerie. Stephanie says, what jersey? She also says, we need some Texas Red Wolves Cleto jerseys.
Ooh, there you go.
Yes, I agree.
I say we switch jerseys.
Those drinks are good. Stephanie says, those drinks are good. It impairs reading. Yeah. Valid point. Thank you. Yes, Stephanie. On my side. Point. Raymond Flores says, good morning. Good morning, Raymond.
Awesome. I tell you what, as you can tell, the margarita, the blue margarita.
I better put it down.
Put it down. We went through the rest of the show. So let's take.
Okay.
Marty, can we take a quick commercial break? And then when we come back, we'll go ahead and have our first guest, our only guest.
The one, the only.
The one, the only, yes. You don't want to miss this because she's up for an office. Very important here in San Antonio.
Yes, so stick around. You don't want to miss it. And please prepare your questions. Yeah. For somebody who has a lot of authority in the city.
That's right.
Okay.
And if you have a question for her, put it in the comments. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
Feeling a little lost? That's okay. At Alamo Teas, our friendly team's here to guide you from the start. This is where the magic happens, with our high-tech embroidery machines and one confused man wondering what button not to push. From polos to hats, we do it all. We run out of a 35,000 square foot facility right here in San Antonio with automatic screen printing machines built to handle large orders fast. Our crew prints, cures, and quality checks every shirt by hand. He jumped in to help, but I think mostly it was to feel included. And it's not just apparel. We've got thousands of promotional items, from cups, gloves, and even a WWE-style belt. We're thinking of giving one to Cleto for undefeated punchlines.
Do you have this in a small?
At Alamo Teas, we're local, experienced, and a little goofy, but serious about your brand. Let's create something worth wearing. Alamo Teas, custom apparel, real people, big results.
That time of year again. Time to review, enroll, and ask questions about your health insurance. AHIA is here to help you navigate all your options stress-free.
Look, I'm no insurance expert, but I do know one thing. If you're calling your cousin Chewy for insurance advice, you're doing it all wrong.
AHIA is dedicated to serving San Antonio with personalized care. Contact them. Local service, real people, trusted expertise.
AHIA, it's about family.
All right, guys, we're back here with Mi Familia at the Rim. That was AHIA, which, by the way, I got to give a shout out to Erica, Joe, and Rosie Chetwood for having me perform at their the banquet, the awards banquet. It was this past Friday.
Yeah, he had a lot going on.
I had a lot going on.
Yeah, that was the dressed up outfit.
Yes.
Y'all looked fabulous.
Thank you. We get dolled up every now and then. We shower too. And it's really,
not today.
It's really cool. And yeah.
Not today though.
Saturday, let me tell you, Saturday's shower was after the Salvation Army and the car show. I was like, man, that was the best shower I ever had. It was
I bet.
Yeah. That was a cold one. I said, nah. Then I hang out. After that, I went to Roman's birthday party. He had.
Was it at 505?
It was not at 505. He had so much going on over there. We went to another restaurant down the street from our house, and then after that,
I'd invite Roman.
It was a private kind of deal with his family and friends.
Family and friends only. I see. Okay. I see where category I fall in. Not those.
We went from there to, well, maybe I shouldn't say where we went, but we went to our house afterwards, and we just kind of hung out and just
even more.
Wee hours in the morning. We had some blue margarita. No.
Well, if you had the blue margaritas, I would have been there.
No, it was a fun little time. We just had to go
get together and stuff. Yeah, that's awesome.
But we got a special guest, guys.
Let's not waste time
Let's not waste time. I want to bring her on. We had such a great time with her last time. And, she is running for mayor. And we had both of the candidates see, folks, we make nothing but stars on this show.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
VIP list.
Seriously. That's how I like to make.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with me whatsoever, actually. No, but the first time I got a chance to meet her was when we had her on the show. I really liked what she had to say. She's one of those kind of people that you feel like you've known her and for a long time. And without further ado, we'd like to go ahead and bring Gina Ortiz Jones, everybody. Coming on, running for mayor of this great city. Come on in here. Oh, there you are. Yes. And she's popping up right there. How are you? Good to see you, my friend.
I'm having just a coffee.
Yes, you're having a great job.
You're having a margarita.
Would you like a margarita?
No.
She already had the margarita. That's what she's on the cup. No.
I have been so excited to have you on. I have to say, since Valerie confirmed, I was like, I cannot wait. I'm not going to miss today. Today's a big day. So I prepared with all my questions, but go ahead. Let's do the fun stuff
let me give you my mic because she's got the questions today.
All right.
Wait.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying right here.
Okay. So, but we're not going to go straight into it, right?
No.
You want to do your little.
So I wanted to kind of.
Is that okay? The placement?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Okay. We actually wanted to, again, have you guys on, you and Rolando. Was it Rolando Pablos, right?
You don't need to know
that. Yeah, and by the way, we're waiting on him to respond because we have invited. He hasn't responded just yet. Shout out to you guys.
And again, I know you guys are terribly, crazy busy right now. You got a lot of stuff going on. And it's down to the wire.
It is.
Deal. So congratulations, first of all.
Congratulations.
What did I tell you last time? I don't get outworked. The team does not get outworked. Exit 7 does not get outworked. And Exit 7, we know each other. John Jay High School. John Jay High School.
Marpa, Exit 11.
Right.
What up?
Exit 11.
No, Exit 7. Who is this guy? Exit 7.
Are you from San Antonio?
Let me tell you, I belong to the real Mustangs.
He's so proud to be a Mustang.
Well, she's the little Mustangs.
Are they Mustangs also?
Yeah, they're Mustangs.
Oh, funny.
We call them Mustangs light.
Okay, stop. First question. Let's get to the question.
Okay. Let's get to the question.
Done with the misinformation part of this interview.
Okay, we're gonna go one through the numbers. In no order of importance, just as I read them. As one of the final 2 candidates, how has your vision for the city sharpened?
Yeah.
And what's now your top priority on day 1 if elected?
Yeah. Well, honestly, my vision has not changed. I will be focused on being a mayor for our entire city, right? Like this is so important that everybody in our community feels respected and feels like they have a shot, right? I don't care if you're at Exit 7 or if you're at Exit 27. You should have the same opportunities in our community.
Absolutely.
Right? I went to not only John Jay, I went to Adams Hill Elementary School, Pease Middle School, John Jay High School. Those are all Title I schools. The most vulnerable schools in our community. And you know what? The vast majority of schools in our city are Title I schools. So I'm so committed to making sure that we are investing in our young people, right? We are bringing down costs where we can, but also making sure we're thinking ahead. We're Military City USA today, and I'm a proud Air Force veteran, proud Iraq War veteran.
Thank you so much for your service.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. But I also want to make sure we're Military City USA 2050, 2060. And a lot of that will start with the decisions we make today, right? Yes, good jobs, but also making sure we're investing in our young people and a place where people want to raise their families, right? And do good. So I think a lot of this, as you all know, it really starts with leadership and setting the tone and standing up for all people, being a mayor for all. That's what I'll be focused on.
Now, real quick, before you get into what you're going to be doing, tell me, how was the experience going through the race itself?
Yeah.
I mean, you had 27
sleepless nights, I imagine.
You had 27 candidates. How did you actually feel like you were going to do? Because I'll be honest, when you came on the show, we had about 7 candidates come on, and again, shout out to not all the 7, but all the ones that threw their hat in the ring, because you were willing to, I said this before, you guys were willing to make this city better, and I applaud that. I think you're all winners in my book, but at the same time, somebody's got to run the show. And I loved everyone. It was like I told my wife, everyone that keeps coming on keeps getting better and better. But I'm going to tell you, you stood out to me.
Yes, he did say that in our group text.
I said Gina stood out to me because she had I would ask her, we would ask her questions, but she had the answer.
Yeah.
And I to me, I'm like, okay, you have an answer that quick, and you got a plan, and you kept saying that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I was like, and my wife was like, I kind of, I see where you're going with that, and but at the same time, it was really, I liked what I heard. So.
Yeah. Well, when so grew up on the far west side, and then that ROTC scholarship, Air Force ROTC scholarship, took me from John Jay to Boston University. And so for me, this race, to your point about, I'm sorry?
Bass.
The car.
The car. That's
I was like, what's wrong with these people?
I gotta go hide the car. Hide the car, park the car.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to share a story about that, but about getting there being like culture shock. I just, for me, Cleto, like when you grow up on that part of town, and when you get the ROTC scholarship and you're willing to work hard, and then ultimately I served as the number 2 over the Air Force of the Space Force. And so you're not going to tell me that a kid here in San Antonio, if they don't get a little bit of help and a little bit of, and not a little bit, but a really good public education, that the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah.
I have lived it, and I want to make sure everybody in our community, just as talented, just as hungry, has that same opportunity, right? That is what our community has done. And can do, and I look forward to doing that. But it starts with making sure that you see that in every person. Right. It's so funny when oh my gosh, so really, really significant emotional event for me when I showed up to Boston University. Did I share this with you last time? Okay, so they're doing the orientation. It's like 2 hours long, and I'm like, okay, at some point these people are going to bring out
after the Air Force or before?
No, at Boston University.
Okay, all right.
And so the orientation, literally before my first class. And I didn't show up. I never visited the campus.
Okay, yeah.
They were like,
wow.
I never visited the campus.
That must have been so emotional for you and nervous, right?
Well, they speak differently.
Well, but also so this is a real culture thing. So during the orientation that's going on for 2 hours, and I'm like, I wonder when they're going to bring out the football team.
Yeah.
And I leaned over and I was like, when do you think? And she's like, oh, no. They did away with the football team like 3 years ago. I was like, I'm sorry, what now? So what now? Because I went to John Jay High School, and I can count on one hand the number of football games that I missed, right? And so apparently like field hockey and like lacrosse, those are sports.
Wow.
No. I don't know if I was like, I don't know if those are sports. But anyways. But I would learn that. But my point is that like I've always shared when young people ask me like, what's some advice? It's like if you're not a little bit uncomfortable, then you're probably not learning something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Try to make yourself a little bit uncomfortable. But one of the things I also had to do at Boston University, I'm a member of the LGBTQ community, but at that time, 99, don't ask, don't tell was still the policy.
Wow.
So you could serve your country, but you just couldn't be open about who you are. So I just signed a piece of paper that said, I will not engage in homosexual behavior.
Wow.
And for me, I knew what that meant. My opportunity to get an education, my opportunity to serve our country, my opportunity to die for our country, all of that goes away just because leaders at the time, they didn't have the courage to say anybody ready and willing should have the opportunity to serve. And so when I served as the Undersecretary of the Air Force, I was all about knocking down those barriers that didn't make sense. And like, we got to let people know that they can, when they raise the right hand to support and defend the Constitution, you're going to have the opportunity to do that to your full potential. And if stuff doesn't make sense, it's It's going to go away, right? Because we are in the business of frankly breaking things, killing people, protecting our country, and we need the best talent to keep us the most lethal. You know what that also showed me is that when you're in charge, always ask, who am I not hearing from? And why am I not hearing from them, right? That was my experience. And I was always committed to myself to be inquisitive and be curious about people that you're not hearing from, because those are often maybe the people that are the most suffering, that need the most help. And I think, look, you all know, we're all from San Antonio. You drive one way 15 minutes, another way 15 minutes. It changes real quick, doesn't it? And so I think being curious about, okay, how am I hearing from this community, or how am I not hearing from this community? That'll help us as we make investments, as we talk about policies and programs that are going to move our whole city forward. So it's always going to be about, let's look at the data, but also what assumptions are we making that we don't need to make? Let's just go look at the data. Let's talk to communities and make sure we got the right plan.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, I personally came from an underprivileged school too.
Which one?
Breckenridge High School. Yeah, at that time, right? We were.
Say no more.
You know, and I remember like hardly anybody went to college from there. You know, it was very few, and the conversation wasn't even there. And I feel like, obviously, everything that you're saying makes total sense to me.
I think we're at Mi Familia, like, and we're looking at all this beautiful Mexican American history and culture, right, in our community that our city is known for. I was just at the Tejano, the Conjunta Festival.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see you there.
Where were you? I was at home.
Why?
Because I was tired.
Was it Saturday? That's why.
I had so much going on Saturday. I was at the Salvation Army barbecue, and then I had to do a car show, and then I had to do a birthday party.
Well, you missed Los Monatas. They were really good.
My buddy Raymond Orta was the host.
Bumper?
No, Raymond Orta.
Oh, okay.
He's
Bumper was there.
Mullet.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Yeah, he was a host.
Okay.
We have comments here in the comment section.
Okay. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No.
Okay. Raymond Flores says good morning. Wait. Emerson Aisley says channel Cleto After Dark, full of infomercials.
Yeah.
Guy Buckner says rated triple YYY. What were we talking about? I don't know. I'm sorry. Clarify. Maxine says good morning, crazy people. Good morning, Maxine. Raymond Coronado says CR Cuz. Okay. David Strand, architect, says, okay. Michael Flores says Jay stole Jefferson's Mustangs and Central Catholic School colors. Is that true? I don't know. No, the colors don't belong to anybody.
John Jay's, I think, baby blue.
I don't believe that.
Baby blue.
Okay, and
it's a royal blue.
Marty says mayoral runoff election is Saturday, June 7th.
Make sure you vote.
Yes, make sure you vote. Exactly.
So
Eva Jovic says, I'm voting for Gina.
Thanks, Eva.
Angelina Medieros, which is my cousin, says, good morning, Margaret. I'm so happy you have the opportunity to interview Gina Ortiz-Jones. My mom and I voted for her, and we are so excited to vote for her again.
Thank you.
Again, this is the question I came up with. In Texas, access to affordable health care is already a major challenge. As for many, especially veterans and people with chronic pain or PTSD, medical cannabis could be life-changing. What are your thoughts on the path to legalizing cannabis in Texas, and how do you see it intersecting and with improving healthcare access and outcomes?
Yeah, so thank you for that question. You know, I get my own care at the VA, either at Audi or the new one off 151. Obviously, the one on 151 has better parking, just FYI. I think all the veterans know that.
Good to know.
Yeah. But so I'm very concerned when we are hearing about, you know, the federal government defunding the VA, because a lot of the people that work at the VA are veterans themselves.
Wow.
So that's an issue when you have, you know, veterans losing their jobs in our community. And that also means if there are less people working, that means it's harder for veterans to get an appointment. As a female veteran, just to be very honest, it's already hard to get an appointment. We don't have enough providers. And so what happens is when the VA can't see you, they will refer you to the economy. But that means I'm competing with you when we're trying to get an appointment, right? And so this isn't something that is only affecting the VA, it's affecting the whole community, because 16% of our community is either active duty or a veteran. So these cuts are hurting us more. I think it's really important, and unfortunately, I was just at VFW 76 with Combat 22, and they were raising awareness about veteran suicide, which is so important, and frankly, it's a reminder that we always need to keep the promise that we made to my fellow veterans. And so, yeah, I support, any research into, how cannabis and other things can help our veterans deal with those things, and in a way that doesn't make them addicted. So many of the veterans, they take the medicine and then the effects of the medicine are worse than what they were dealing with, right? The consequences of that. So I think we've got to be smart and look at all of those solutions. So I'm also then very concerned when the government is cutting funding for medical research, right? Not only medical research, but also research that directly helps our veterans.
So what you're saying is she should just get some gummies and she's good. I mean,
she didn't say that, but she said that.
I'm like, that's what you said.
We're joking.
Just kidding.
Dr. Cleto in the house.
That's right. She was like, where do you keep it? Where do I keep what? The degree.
She's like, keep it on the DL for now.
No, really
but I do wish though, because San Antonio, we're Military City, USA, all the medical training for the Army is at Fort Sam. So we have so much to contribute to this conversation that I wish we were focused on, hey, how can we do more versus dealing with the cuts? That's what I would be focused on as, a veteran, but also leading Military City USA.
Yeah. So what you're saying is basically there's bigger fish to fry, right? Like this is a bigger issue than just that topic.
Oh, no. Well, in general, no, this is a huge issue in our community. It was something that I would prioritize because our veterans and my fellow veterans, we're the ones dealing with the consequences when leaders are just making cuts and not thinking about the impacts of that. And so at the federal level, this is that Doge thing, right? When people are like, what does that mean to me? Well, that's what that looks like. And so when, the governor is talking about a state Doge, that's when I get very concerned because, my opponent, he used to work for Greg Abbott in a very senior position. And so I'm very concerned. I would be a mayor for all. I'm very concerned that my opponent would be somebody that is, more concerned about making Greg Abbott happy than making sure our community is well served.
Yeah, and I think for the most part, it's like one of the things that it's like what you mentioned our veterans, that a lot of them don't have the care that they need
100%.
for, some of the PTSD that they go through all the time.
That's right.
That's a big concern.
Absolutely.
For a lot of families as well, because now, I mean, they've led into, homelessness. And so,
that's right.
No jobs and everything. We covered that last time, but I want to ask you something really quick. And I wanted to give you the platform because I know you had caught a little flack about, during the fiesta and all that. I mean, I didn't care too much. Coming from the news sector myself, I get that's their job. I understand that. I get it. But there's a time and place. And I thought they handled that pretty well, but I didn't appreciate it myself, actually, in a sense. I thought it was kind of, you already said. And it was already said, and it's like, hey, this is our downtime. So it had nothing to do pretty much. I didn't see it that way that, okay, well, I'm going to switch my vote and that kind of thing. And I'm not trying to sway. You're going to choose either way. So the thing is, I just wanted to reflect on the person that I got a chance to meet the first time.
Thank you.
And I'm telling you right now, it was not like that at all. To me, I didn't picture it. I'm like, no, I know her. I met her. You got to know somebody to really feel like, okay, that's not her.
Right.
If you could, I mean, I know how she, I mean, I've been in the limelight to a point where you're like literally in crowds and you're like getting pulled one way and another. And you're like, I'm done. I'm tired. I need me time. And that's really what it was. And I'm kind of wanted her to come on here because I wanted to let people know that's not the deal. And if you're going to go by, get your vote, make sure to go by every fact that you hear from her and the other candidate. Because we're going to put them on here. If you can't make it, that's fine. If you can't, no big deal. That's fine. But let you know, we make stars here. I'm just saying. But I just wanted people to understand that I did not pick up that vibe at all. And I was upset a little bit.
I was as well because you know how they manipulate a little segment of whatever happened.
I just didn't think that was cool.
Come on.
Yeah. And so for me, I was upset, and I was upset for all of the outlets that were actually running this story. I was like, "Are you kidding? This is what you're picking on?"
But I get, like I said, I know, but like I got it. The one thing for me is that I understand that's their job. I get it. I understand it. But at the same time, I just wanted people to know.
Yeah.
And by the way, she's here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You know, and it's so funny because literally the next day I was on KSAT. And you're right. That night I talked to the press, and actually, I was walking at the Flambeau Parade. I had press with me, and they were taking pictures with me and everybody else. And so, you know, I don't know how much you all know, but like we've done a lot of forums all throughout the community, and my attendance record is the best of anybody else, right? So I've been there. Well, 27. We don't get outworked. And one of the things, and I hope, you know, look, Facebook Live is cool, but one of the things I also said I would do as mayor is every month we will do an in-person town hall, and one time it'll be District 2, the other time it'll be District 5, because I think, you know, there's nothing like going into somebody's neighborhood and looking them in the eye and hearing from them first, and in person what they think is going well, what they think needs improvement, and just in general their thoughts. San Antonio's not shy with their feedback, but I think that's something that's important for not just what you want to do, but how you do it, right? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gina, thank you so much for taking the time, my friend.
Thank you.
And you're welcome here. And again, please come back if you want.
Okay.
We'd love to see you.
You when?
When you
said,
win. When
you
you
said
win.
if. I said
okay.
No, when you win, she wins.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like that. We
Please,
appreciate
can I just say, please make sure you vote. So many folks are like, oh, she got so much, she's going to clearly win.
Right.
No, we don't take anything for granted. We run through the tape. So please make sure you vote. Your whole family votes. There's so much at stake. And go to my website, GinaOrtizJones.com, to learn more. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you so much for being here.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick commercial. Hey, if you're looking for a house and you're looking to get out of your house, we have the right person for you. Margaret Sandoval, our very own realtor. You want to give her a call. She works very, very hard to go ahead and find you the best deal you want. That you're looking for economy, if you're looking for, you know, space, if you're looking for just a place of your own that you can just make brand new memories in, she's got you covered. All you have to do is give her a call. She will work day and night to make sure that you are satisfied with your purchase. Not only that, but do it at a highest standard, meaning finding you the most economical house and get you that's on the market today and get you the best deal. So give Margaret Sandoval a call today. She's waiting by the phone. Thanks. If you want the best movie experience, you have to go to City Base Cinema. It is my theater, and I want to invite each and every one of you to come on out. Not only they make you feel welcome, they treat you like family. Brad Smith and the crew really know how to do it right. If you want that state-of-the-art experience in a movie with the surround sound, you want to go to City Base Cinema. They got reclining chairs, right? I mean, you got a comfortable experience all the way through. Not to mention a full-on bar right when you walk in. As you're waiting for your movie, they got TVs so you can see a game or two. Also, they have a concession stand that you do not want to miss. It's like no other. They have your regular popcorn, nachos, and candy, but they also have barbacoa and Big Red, not to mention Takis, pizza, and corn dogs. So you want to make sure to get your snacks before, and a comfortable recliner and the state-of-the-art sound system. You are set. City Base Cinema. Don't go for your first time experience. If you have never been there, go check it out. It's my theater, and now it's yours. Drinking the drink.
What, babe?
Hey guys, and we're back.
Listen, I think I have a
Are you
problem.
parched?
I feel like I'm outside again. I think I have a problem because we're talking and I'm like fiending for this drink. I'm like, when are we going to break so I can fiend for this drink a little bit?
Oh my gosh. What a great interview by Gina Ortiz-Jones. Again,
this is not weak. This
No,
is
that
not
is
for
not.
the faint-hearted.
that is not. Let me tell you something. You're going to get two things. You're going to get refreshed. Actually, three things. You get refreshed, hydrated, and drunk. All three. I mean, seriously, it is pretty strong.
Keep me happy.
We had, yeah.
No, Gina was incredible.
We had to get off the tables on commercial break. We were like, Margaret, get down.
She's like, get back here.
Get back over here, Margaret. We got another half of the
This
show.
is my third one. Keep refilling it for me.
They're like, keep it coming. No.
Hey, but there's two other featured drinks. One of them is like has a mica in it.
Right.
And then the other one.
That one I had
is
last
lychee,
year.
which I love, lychee and dragon fruit. So if you like any of those flavors, now's the time to come and make your way down to Mi Familia. You could be part of our live audience or have dinner or breakfast.
That's right.
The weekends, they have the most amazing buffet. You will not regret
So
that.
next Monday is Memorial Day.
Yeah, so
and we're going to be here, and they got the brunch that day. So we're going to be highlighting that sucker. And it's going to be like Chinatown. I mean, it's going to be awesome. Gina, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you.
Gina Ortiz-Jones, everybody right there. That was a great interview.
I
really, from the moment I met her, well, she's one of those people that you feel like you've known forever.
I like what she says. I like what she says, especially coming from, like what she highlighted about the schools. Yeah. Right. And then the Title I schools and all of the other schools that get missed. They fall through the cracks, right? Of opportunity in most cases. She really touched on a lot of stuff, quite a bit of stuff that I had wanted to hear, and I'm glad she did it over again. But I did want to. The main thing was, I saw a friend of mine's post when she had gone through the whole deal, and I like I said earlier, a lot of people were posting, piggybacking off of that story. Yeah, and they were like, she doesn't appreciate, she doesn't. I didn't pick up that vibe one bit, and knowing absolutely. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, but I just wanted to say to everybody that, again, Rolando Pablos, the cool thing about, he was a first candidate that came on the show. And now where is he? So now we're going to try to get him on here so he could go ahead. Yeah, we'll wait to hear back. Yeah, we're going to wait to hear back. This is a shout out to you guys. Yeah, we're not endorsing. We want to hear what you have to say. We just want to give them a platform to go ahead and give you guys an idea of who you want to vote for. That's some people already decided. It's our job. It's our job to go ahead. You're going to decide whichever one you want. Keep in mind, if you're outside 1604, you can't vote for the mayor. I was so angry. Look at Margaret. Hey. Keep in mind, you can vote for whoever you want. I don't care who you vote for. You vote for me. Vote for me. I'm running for mayor. You know what? I'm going to add myself to the roster. Running for mayor. Oh my God! I'm just kidding. Saturday, guys, I got a chance to give away some awards at the Dominion Rotary Car Club show, and it was at the Blood and Tissue Center, the Plasma Center over there off of Vance Jackson, and I got some footage here of some of the cars. And let me tell you something. I've never, are they showing them right now? No, not yet. No, not yet. There we go. Okay. These cars I saw some driving down the road. Oh, my gosh. Okay, these guys were driving the cars in there, the owners. And everybody there was so appreciative, me being there. And they were, super cool. The one cool thing about, I've never wanted to cry so bad in my life. You wanted to cry? Yeah, because those cars were awesome and I didn't own any of them. And they say you didn't own any of them. They say that you can go ahead that they some of these guys would divorce their wives before they leave their cars. And I never understood that till that day. I was like, baby cakes. Yeah, if I had this car right here, isn't gonna keep you warm at night. Okay? Oh, it will. No, it will. It has a heater. It has a heater. You'll be like the little rat in the motor in the engine. No, these cars were awesome. They had GTOs, Chevy, Malibu, Chevelles. They had Mustangs, Mach 1, Shelbys. I mean, they had an IROC Z. Shut up. No, they had an IROC Z that won an award. They had, what was it, Camaro? A 68 Camaro. I mean, these cars were no dents, no scratches, no dirt on them. Would that be called awesome. Mint condition? Mint condition, sauce condition. Pow! Sauce. It was it was just so good. I mean, just looking at these cars, it was phenomenal. Congratulations to all the winners. It was amazing. They had a car out there that was an old Chevy. 57 Chevy, and it was nice. I mean, original parts. That means they did not put anything in it. They had a car with best interior that won. I said, obviously, I did. And not only that, but they did not check my car because I went to the bubble bath earlier, and my interior was on point. I went to bubble bath. I'm like, man, my interior was. They should have given me an award because you could eat off my back seat. I kid you not. Do you wash your car quite a bit? Yes. My car's in mint condition. Mint condition. What kind of car do you have, Margaret? I have an Infiniti Q50. 250. What year? Q50, but it's a
Q50.
Oh, it's old, girl. It's like 2017 or something like that.
2750.
But my car payment's only like 270.
Wait, you
know
said
what I mean?
2715?
No, 2017. It's an old car. It's
Is that Margarita kicking in?
Yes.
2715. We're in year 20.
Yeah, I'm having a great time today. Okay, my car is an older car, but I love it. Marcus keeps telling me it's time to trade it in. I'm like, absolutely not. I love my car payment. It's only like $275.
Oh, wow. That is.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I'm not trading it in.
Keeping that
I'm
car.
not trading it in.
You're
But
keeping
he's
that
telling me
car.
he's trying to entice me with the car that I really want. He's like, you could get the Lexus SUV with the grill. And I'm like, maybe. But what does that car payment look like?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I don't want a new car payment.
any
You know what?
financial advisor will tell you, you never buy a car new. But I mean, you got to buy a car new.
Okay. On that note right there, before we go to roll call, I did something so stupid one time.
You bought a new car.
I bought a new car when I had one more payment on my minivan.
Oh, well, you went from a minivan to a car like that.
I thought that was a
would've
good
done
thing.
that.
I went to a Honda Accord LX.
Well, you know who was a big minivan fan? April Antira. She said that.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, so
You
she
know
was
who
like,
else is
why are you doing that?
Yeah. You know who else is a big Money Man fan?
You.
No, Lynette.
So she was
And
mad
that
at
was
you.
her favorite car. It was the Odyssey, Honda Odyssey. She loved that car, that minivan. And she's homie. And I hate you. After I gave her, no, here's the deal. I gave her.
Did you surprise her?
It was for Christmas.
You surprised her?
I surprised her, all right. Yeah. I surprised her, all right.
I would be upset,
I surprised her for Christmas with a brand new, beautiful charcoal gray 4-door, and she drove off on it. And I mean, she was smiling and you sorry mother, and speaking all this stuff
These
under
are
her
the
breath.
things you need to talk about
Yeah,
before
that's
you do
exactly.
something
Yeah,
like this.
I didn't realize.
This is a
According
lesson
to
in
Dave
marriage.
Ramsey, this is a big.
That is a big
That's
no-no.
a big no-no.
That's a big no-no. And also, I'll tell you, what was I going to say? Oh, gosh, I forgot. I was going to say
Folks, this
something.
margarita is really good. You need to get one of these.
I forgot. I really forgot. Just like that. It went. Okay. So you didn't get you got her the new car.
So I bought her a new car, and okay, my producer's talking to me at the same time. What are you talking about? The drinks? Who is? Where? Oh, if you buy a $50 gift card, you get what? A $15 gift card. Ah, boy, does that math add up?
Where, here? Oh, hell yeah. So if you buy a $50 gift card, you get $15 free.
Ah.
Is that the numbers? Wow. Hey, you will drop $50 the first time you come, so do that.
I like that.
I like it
okay,
too.
that is pretty good. So that's one of the promotions that they have here at Mi Familia at the Rim. I
Mhm.
love it. Again, make sure to come on out. This is where we do our comedy nights once a month. And then we also they have music on Fridays nights here. And we've been out here when they have music. We got here dancing. We were dancing a little while ago to the music on here. We're like, oh,
whatever the mood strikes. When the mood strikes, you gotta do it.
You gotta dance.
Yeah.
Life's too short. You gotta get out there and dance. Let's do a quick roll call before we start dancing.
Okay.
And
okay.
then we
let's
have
do
our
that.
money shot coming up pretty soon.
Uh-oh. I think I lost
I lost
everything.
my
Okay.
watch went out. So
Okay, here we
I don't know what
go.
we're doing on time, Marty.
We are at 10:54. Okay. Pepe says, you got this, Gina. Woo! She's not here anymore, but yes, I
Yeah.
agree. Madi says, right, LOL. Michael Flores says, I definitely like what I hear being a 23-year veteran. I was always brought up on the adage, when in charge, be in charge. Thank you for your service and your support. I love that.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Michael.
Yeah. Rocky Lopez says, morning. Good morning, Rocky.
Morning, Rocky.
Emerson Easley says, how will you address homelessness, panhandling, and I'm sorry, no, she's not here anymore.
Yeah.
Cleto, he said, let's go. Joseph Jimenez says, vote for Rolando, blah, blah, blah. No more liberal mayors.
Who was that?
Joseph Jimenez says
Joseph
that.
Jimenez. Okay, well.
Okay, Joseph.
Right.
Fair.
Right.
Everybody's entitled
Everybody's different.
to their opinion.
Mhm.
Michael Flores
Hopefully
says,
we could get Rolando's on here. We're
yeah,
reaching out
how
to
about
him.
you reach out to him and see if he'll come on here?
Yes.
Let's see what happens. Michael Flores says, went to brunch buffet this past Saturday. Woo, yum. You had a great breakfast. Hold on.
Well, speaking of buffet and brunch, our food is here. Let's move on down over here. And
this is my second
we're gonna
favorite
give
part of today.
We're gonna give
Actually,
we're gonna give our
Gina was first, the drink was second, and here's the food.
Well, I'm glad to see I'm in there somewhere.
I just thought
wow,
that.
that's great.
I just realized that. Cleto's always. That's an under, like, you don't have to say it.
Look at this, guys.
Okay.
This is it right here. Oh, we got the switch. You got mine. There you go. Slide that under.
Oh,
there.
okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
There's more, but we'll talk about it after.
Look at this.
We need
so this is what you call the ranchera. Oh, my ranchera sauce right here. So this is what I wanted right here. And you kind of put the ranchera sauce.
Okay, and check this out. Mine is the divorciados. The egg.
Divorciados?
Yes.
Huevos divorciados.
Huevos
divorciados. So you have to be divorced to go ahead and eat these.
Because there's two different types. They're on a corn tortilla, and they have two different sauces. So this is like when the household splits up. You know, and the kid goes to the greenhouse one day and the red house the next day. We are waiting for some silverware, but as soon as we get that, we are going to dive in. But while we wait, I'm going to continue with the comments. Where is it? Emerson Easley says, "Cry, yes, because he wasn't allowed to press any buttons." LOL. Yes, Emerson. Michael Flores says, I'm unable to vote, but I vote for Margaret Sandoval. We got one. I'll get one vote.
Margaret Sandoval, if she ran for mayor, that would be ideal.
Just imagine.
She would have my vote, I'll be honest. Sorry,
we have
Gina.
drink specials everywhere. It'll be mandated by the city. Okay. Emerson says, that's what Cleto needs to promote the show. A love writer.
A love writer.
Emerson.
Oh, low rider, not a love writer.
Oh, a low rider.
A low rider.
Sorry. Michael Flores says, now you tell me about the gift card. I spent more than 50 easily. Yeah, exactly. Exactly the point. If you come with one extra person, you're going to spend $50. So you might as well get that extra 15.
Mi familia at the rim. Make sure to come and support them, guys. They got these drinks here. And I tell you right now, we're trying this blue one here on Monday. Wednesday, we got Vanessa, and who knows what drink she'll pick. But I know she's picking one of those margaritas. So how was it? Good?
Mm-hmm. So the thing I love about this plate is that you have the huevos ranchero sauce, but you also have the verde sauce, which is like your enchiladas verdes. So it's got it's tangy, and it's refreshing, and it's delicious.
You love smoked cats?
I'll never have. I always order bacon. You went way wrong that way.
I can't have bacon.
Oh, you can't? But you can have sausage?
No, I can't have that either. Oh, but I had bacon.
Well, then make it work and get the bacon.
But
I'm glad he got the sausage.
Shout out to everybody at the Dominion Rotary Club. You guys did a fantastic job. Everybody was fantastic. They treated me well over there. And all the guys, I really appreciate y'all. So, what time is it right now? I'm sorry?
10:59.
All right, let's
Oh
go ahead.
my gosh!
Wow, we got to do our final thought.
You know what? I didn't realize we were back to 10 to 11. That's why I was confused about the timing issue.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Cleto.
Yeah, we started at 10.
I know. But I was like, wait, I got more 10. I'm like, I had more questions for Gina, and I was like, he called time, and I was like, wait a minute, what? But now I get it. Okay, final thoughts. Go ahead.
My final thought is, you know what, guys? Again, you're gonna vote. I want to thank Gina Ortiz-Jones for being here. It's like she's on a mission to go ahead and serve, and I love the fact that she's willing to serve everybody. Yep. Again, you may agree with her politics, her beliefs, or you may not believe with her politics or her beliefs.
You're entitled.
But again, you might like her the fact that she's a veteran. You might like her the fact that she's thinking about giving to, helping the schools, and there might be something there that resonates with you. Whatever it is, all I ask is, y'all know me and what page I'm in. I'm pretty, you know, I myself, pretty spiritual guy, and I like to pray on a lot of stuff. And I don't have a vote because I'm outside in Floresville. So, but I tell you what, I really did. I did like, you know, what she had a lot to say, and I like the fact that she said she would help everybody.
Yeah.
And you know, across the board, that's all you can ask for. But again, we're going to try to see if we can get Rolando Pavlos on here, see what his viewpoints are, and we'll keep reaching out. So if not, you know, we'll see. We at least want to say thank you to Gina for coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you for Gina to come on the show and answer some questions. I know I had a few more plans, but it's okay. But you know what? I'm glad she was here. This is a testament to her attention to all of the people, not just the big radio, big TV, big everything. I mean, we're huge, by the way.
We're pretty huge.
We're very huge.
London, Japan, and Poteet.
Even though they don't vote in San Antonio.
That's right.
As neither do I. I can't vote. I apparently don't have a mayor. I'm outside of 1604. I have a sheriff.
I got a sheriff.
But it was for your benefit, so you can hear what she had to say, and you may have already made your opinion, but just keep an open mind. You know, I liked everything she said.
And then you know what? There might be something that you like you might not agree with Rolando's beliefs or his politics, but there's something that captured your eye about what he's going to be doing. So again, it's an open forum for both of them, and that's what we want to make sure you guys know. And thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. And thank you to everybody here. Thank you to everybody from Brad from Salvation Army.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, mi familia. And thank you so much for you guys for continuing to support the show and watch and support your questions. I love the questions. They support the show. They allow us to ask the guests some of the things that are on your mind, not just on ours. So
thanks for tuning in, guys. One more margarita for Margaret. All right, let's call it.
I actually think I'm going to go with the Paloma Lychee next. But I'll do this again, but it's strong. Guys.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye.
Have a good day. Have a great week.